you guys keep watching to the end so you can see what I picked up at the Subaru parts department. Hey, what's up guys? If you are curious on how to change the oil on your 22 plus VB WRX, we are going to do that today. It's just as simple as buying a 5-quart jug of oil, a new oil filter. You're gonna need a 17mm wrench to get the plug off. You're gonna pull your oil filter off at the top up here, which you can just twist off by hand generally. Let's get underneath. We've got the car up on ramps, which makes it real easy to get to. You can do this with jacks as well, but I think ramps is safer. It saves you from having to jack the car from one of the lift points as well and potentially damage any of the pinch welds. So I also went ahead and picked up myself a GReddy magnetic oil drain plug. So this will pick up any type of fine metal fragments and let me know if I have any issues. And yeah, I'll put a link in the description down below for this, the oil filter I use, and then I'm going to be going to 5W40 oil. We're going to be doing some track racing here in the next few weeks. I've got an appointment to get this thing tuned, and I want something better than 0W20 because 0W20 is, you know, it's good for normal daily driving, but if you're going to be revving this thing to redline and doing lap after lap after lap, this is going to give me better viscosity protection and better protection on the bearings. So I don't recommend doing this. This is just what I'm doing based off what my tuner's saying. If you want to stay within the factory warranty, stay with the recommended oil weight. So we've got our new Canon oil filter out, and the model number is the HP1004. We're going to go ahead and just twist off the OEM Subaru oil filter. Kind of some dirt and grime down here. We're going to clean that off, but make sure you don't wipe it into the center because you don't want all those contaminants going into the engine. I like to take a little bit of oil from the new oil filter, or from the oil, and just put it around the top of the filter, just kind of lubricate it so that seal can not have any friction and spin into position. Let's go ahead and put our oil filter on. What's cool with this Canon oil filter is it's got this little spot on the top for a socket, so you can tighten it with the 26mm socket, get it nice and snug. Don't over tighten it, but it makes it a little easier to get off rather than having to crank it off by your hand or use an oil filter wrench. Alright guys, so coming underneath here, you have your front skid plate, goes directly back right to where your oil pan's at. So we've got our oil pan down here. I'm going to get that into position. Our little catch tray. It's as simple as putting your wrench on the plug, giving it a good push. So we'll let this drain and then we'll give her a refill. So we've got the GReddy plug out, and you can see the big magnet sensor on it. You can see how sticky it is. This is a different size plug compared to the factory one. So the factory one's a 17, this is a 14. So let's go ahead and slip that in. GReddy drain plug in. It's already got a new crush washer in there and everything. Just give it a little snug, not too tight. Kind of right around 20 pound-feet of torque. Give everything a wipe. Make sure it's all clean. No oil drips coming down for anything. For you guys that are curious how I create my content, I edit everything on my MacBook Pro 14-inch, the 2023 model. This thing has more than enough power to edit everything I can do in the timeline. And where this thing is really powerful is in the playback and the transitions. It plays everything back like it's already rendered without glitching. My 2.5-year-old GeForce PC that I spent $3 on is nowhere near as powerful as this guy here. And then I just have a Logitech Bluetooth mouse and a nice carrying case as well. Done on a Sony Alpha A7 IV with interchangeable lenses. And I still use my Sony FT-RAX53 camera for all my up close and like macro type shots. But I thought I'd put a little bit of how I make this type of content on my channel. If you guys are interested in making some type of content for yourself with your car or whatever project you're working on, I'll have links in the description down below for all the equipment I use and recommend. Back to the video. The cool thing with the K&N filter is it comes with a little sticker you can put inside your car for the date you change your oil, your current mileage, and your next change mileage. Once this is all done, we can go ahead and shut up the hood. Before you guys start your car, what you're going to want to do is put your foot on the gas, depress the gas all the way, push the clutch in, and then it's going to crank your car over to recycle the oil through the system to prime it. Okay, now we're good to start it. And that is it, guys. So if you want to change your oil yourself, you can do it at home for about $40 to $50 for the K&N filter with the oil, and save yourself a little bit of time versus going to the dealership. The dealership charges $100 where I'm at plus tax, so $110. But let's pull this down to a flat surface. Let's go check the oil level. Dipstick is located to the left side, kind of by the alternator. Just pull that up and out. So you want to give it a good wipe. It's got these two little notches here. Top notch is full, bottom notch is low, and then put it back in all the way to the bottom. Pull it back out, and then that'll tell you exactly where your oil level's at. And we are right up, just right below full. Now I know Subaru says 4.8 quarts of oil to full capacity. Generally when I change the oil filter, I just put all 5 quarts in, and it's pretty much perfectly topped off with that extra capacity going inside the oil filter to make it completely full. Well, we are all done, guys. As you can see, I'm pretty sweaty. I always pick the 80-degree days to come outside and work on my car in the driveway. I had the GTR in the garage and I was too lazy to back it out because there's no engine in it. I didn't want to have to push it back up the driveway, and it takes like 3 to 4 people to do it because the car is pretty heavy and it's up a hill. But the last thing we're going to do is come into the menu. I'm going to go to maintenance and we're going to reset the oil. We're good to go. Subaru likes every 6,000 miles. In the maintenance computer, I like 3,000. That sounds way better to me. It's worth the 10 minutes of effort to do the oil change. So the advantage of doing the oil yourself is you know exactly what type of oil you put in, what oil weight, what brand, if the drain plug was tightened properly, what type of oil filter was done, that the oil filter was properly changed, or like with my car when I had it, the oil change, they forgot to put the oil filler cap back on, so when I started the engine it was spraying oil all over my entire engine bay, which that's a mistake that I'm definitely not going to make, but that's something that happens. The disadvantage is if you had any issues with the engine, if it wasn't done by the Subaru dealership under the factory warranty with documentation, you could potentially not be covered under the factory warranty. GTR, more stuff is coming. I've got some partnerships with some companies in Australia to finish the RB28 build. More to come on that probably in the next week or so.
Come here, you filthy dogs. Hello. Look at my puppy.
That's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm super excited. The channel is almost at 10,000 subs. We're at like 9,800 roughly, something like that at the time of me filming this. I'm not sure when I'm going to upload this because I can't share the front mount intercooler stuff, which you guys saw that when I did the oil change. So this video may not even come out for 2 weeks to a month, depending on when Perrin's done with their parts supply and getting their entire VB front mount intercooler ready for distribution globally. But yeah, super excited. YouTube channel's making money. I'm gonna keep working my butt off to grow and get the projects finished and pushing myself. I'm working 50 to 60 hours a week at work, pulling overtime to buy parts and to finish the GTR. And then on top of that, on my days off, I spend 8 to 10 hours editing video a week and shooting YouTube content. So I'm pretty busy with having a wife, 3 kids, a house, full-time job, and YouTube and everything that I'm doing. So I hope you guys like the content. Leave me some comments down below if you guys can relate to working your butt off and fighting, you know, working hard for your dreams and to get what you want out of life. That's kind of what it's all about. But anyway, I'm going to sit here, drink my water, cool off in the shade in my backyard. We've got it all cleaned up for the year, so I pressure washed last week. We weeded, got the flower beds in order. Everything's cleaned up to barbecue. Like I said, I'm gonna go to the store, get some stuff. We're gonna barbecue tonight. I'll probably have, might have a drink with dinner. I don't know, haven't made up my mind. Sometimes I let stress get to me and I have one too many beers. But yeah, it's not good for the health and it's not good for the gut. And I want to maintain my health and my physical fitness into my 40s, 50s, and 60s. So no more beer. Beer's bad, gives you the beer belly.
We're on the only day.
So if you guys made it this far to the end of the video, I'd like to thank you. We're going to throw the spare tire bolt in, the WRX. You're going to need this little like washer piece, so make sure you talk to your dealership. So it actually doesn't fit that way, it's too long, so make sure you guys put the round part facing up, and then that's going to make sure that the secure bolt doesn't go down too far because it was bottoming out against the bottom plug. Alright, we are nice and secure, so now that's not going to move around. I could hear this thing bouncing around when I was going over like bumps and stuff on the road. If you guys missed the spare tire install video, I'll put a tag up above as well as a link in the description down below. That's it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. And if you guys made it to the end of the video, make sure you guys leave me a hashtag to the end so I know that you guys did that. I appreciate you guys are the lifeblood of the channel, because the amount of time you guys watch helps the algorithm for the channel, which helps me get the videos recommended so the channel can grow, we can get more subscribers, more thumbs up and everything. So thank you to all you guys. I'll see you on the next video.